Skyrim's not the most difficult game in the world. With no penalty for dying, you can just try everything again and again until you inevitably succeed. So let's change that. Every time I die, the last weapon I used will be banned for the rest of the playthrough. And to keep the list of weapons relatively short, they'll all be classified based on their refinement material and type. So every single sword that is refined with steel will count as a single weapon. The full rule set will be listed in the description, but to quickly summarize, all weapons must be nicknamed after a Pokemon. I'll be playing the game in survival mode. I'm not allowed to use any spells or bring any companions along with me, and I can't use anything that would deal damage other than a weapon. And with that all out of the way, it's time to catch 'em all. As with every Skyrim playthrough, the first choice you make is oftentimes one of the most impactful. Looking at the options here, there's kind of one obvious standout choice in the Orc. Berserker Rage is just really... What are you doing?
Money, 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 money.
Oh crap. Well anyway, otherwise the tutorial goes pretty much as you would expect. I mean, honestly, it is the simplest, easiest part of the game, and you can't even trigger survival mode until it's over. So, other than picking up some of our first encounters, of which you can see behind me, nothing really significant happened. Really? Okay. Alright everybody. Well, that's the first death on the board, and Timber already gone before the runs even really officially started. So believe me when I say I am feeling incredibly confident in my abilities right about now. Well, thank goodness that after that the rest of the tutorial was uneventful and we were able to leave the cave outside of Helgen and finally trigger survival mode. Additionally, I've decided I won't be using any glitches or exploits in this run. Now, with a game like Skyrim, that can be really hard to define since the line between exploit and intended feature is quite gray, but just know that if it feels unintentional and or overpowered, I likely won't be doing it. From there, we were off to Riverwood to loot everything we could carry, which admittedly is very little because survival mode cuts your starting carry weight in half. On the way to Bleak Falls Barrow from Riverwood, I did decide to stop and fight the 3 bandits in the crumbling tower on the side of the road. Now, normally I wouldn't find this significant enough to mention, except for the fact that I almost died multiple times. I ended up using like half of my current healing items, and by the time I got to Bleak Falls Barrow, I was almost dead from freezing. We're gonna run past it, right? We're building up stamina now. We're gonna run past them to get inside to get warm, and hope that that's not a terrible decision. I'm so dead. Oh, he missed. Oh my goodness, Martin, thank you for becoming a hold on, bad timing. Don't hit me with the arrows! Frick! And just like that, Rattata falls. Thankfully, the second time I was able to run past everyone, although it did require me to use even more of the very limited supply of potions I had, but we were able to get inside and hide in a corner to warm up before having to fight any more bandits. Also at this point, it's worth noting that without the ability to cast spells, the only ways I can heal myself are sleeping, using potions, and eating food. So just know that every bit of damage I take is eating into a very limited supply of resources. Thankfully, the frostbite spider is really easy to deal with, and of course, Arvel the Swift isn't really an issue either, so from there, I'm off to fight all the Draugr in the dungeon. And thankfully, I've played this game a lot, so I know exactly where they all are, and even which ones are the stronger varieties, so it really shouldn't be that big of a problem. Maces are terrible. Brown rot off of one freaking hit? I think I'm taking a death here. And so, yeah. All right, there's Iron Mace gone, everybody. Iron Mace. Let's hear it for Iron Mace. Goodbye, Roggenrola. I can't say I'll overly miss you, but I am generally bummed you're gone. Something pretty significant does happen here, though, and that's that I pick up an Ancient Nord bow. For whatever weird reason, you can't actually just make or acquire a standard steel bow in Skyrim like you can with all the other materials, and thankfully, Ancient Nord weapons are all refined using steel. So welcome to the team, Pidove. I know you'll be a valuable member. Weirdly, the next biggest challenge I faced was a pseudo-existential crisis based around my own Skyrim game knowledge. What the crap was he holding? Ancient Nord Warhammer. Why did it look so blocky? That might have been something that was added with Anniversary. It's always been in the game? I don't know. Just never run into one before. Now, Ancient Nord Mace. There's no way that's always been in the game. I've definitely never seen that before. Right? There's another one with the Warhammer. I feel like I've never seen that before. This guy's a much higher level and I'm scared. I'm detected. I'm detected. I'm detected. I need to use the bow on him. If this dude hits me, I'm so freaking dead. Like, I need to at least make sure that if he's going to hit me, that I hit him with something other than this bow first. All right, I can probably, oh gosh, switch to a weapon and actually kill him now, I would say. I gotta review that. Did my hit deal any damage before he killed me? Nope, it didn't. There are only 11 different bow materials in the base game, and that includes things like dragon bone and daedric bows, which I'm so ridiculously far away from getting. Considering how big of a part of this game fighting things like dragons is, I don't need to be losing a bow in Bleak Falls Barrow. Tailo genuinely has been the star player up until this point, and I can't help but kick myself for letting her go down so fast. It's time to check my pride and let the traps in Bleak Falls Barrow take out all of the Draugr so that I don't have to risk any more weapons. You're kidding me! You're kidding me! What? Since when can they do that? This one's just a normal Draugr. I should be fine. It's not true. That's not true. Hit him with this. Hit him with this. Stagger. Yes. Well, that went well, but after losing Apom, I was able to fairly safely lure the rest of the Draugr into the swinging axes, all the way up to the Draugr Overlord himself. Okay, this is doing some damage. Okay, we dodged that, because it shot up into the sky for some reason. Okay, we're dead. Okay. We lost the great, we're learning. We're in the learning stages. Well, there goes Baniri. If you've noticed that I'm fighting far too many enemies at like half health, it's because I'm pretty much completely out of healing items and I need to finish Bleak Falls Barrow to move on. At this point though, a surprising challenger emerged to the Draugr Overlord, and that was Bidoof, the wooden sword. He's a spunky little guy who's really been waiting for his opportunity to prove himself, and he saw his golden opportunity here by volunteering to hit the Draugr Overlord, putting his life on the line while I slowly lured him back to the traps earlier in the dungeon. Come on, dude. Try an attack, but not a power attack. Hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him. Okay, okay, okay. We've got to hit off with the wooden sword. We've got to hit with the wooden sword, everybody. Oh my gosh, he's going to actually shout me to death. I don't have anything else to heal with. Come on, dude. Come on, there's stairs. Come on, dude, there's stairs. No screaming. Stop. Brown rot. I already had brown rot. I've got more brown rot. Ah, no, 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 no. Dude's actually using the traps against me. Are you serious? He's too smart. Come on, dude. No. Yes! Okay! From there, I very quickly visited my old pal Anise to, you know, catch up, and then dropped off the Golden Claw for some free money before finally heading to Whiterun. Oh, also, along the way, I did solve my existential crisis, so we're all good. Y'all aren't gonna believe this. Look it up. Ancient Nord Dagger, Ancient Nord Mace, Ancient Nord Warhammer, for whatever reason, are a part of the fishing creation. And I have no freaking clue as to why. Vindication, yes! After a quick chat with the Jarl and Farengar to drop off the Dragonstone, and of course getting to hear from the fastest man in all of Skyrim, fast, I did run into the tiniest of problems on the way to kill the dragon. Yeah, they're following me. That's not good. That's not good, y'all. I haven't even stolen that much yet. Oh, no, 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 they are not gonna politely wait for me to finish fishing. This is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Oh, no. That guy's an orcish axe. This isn't a put your weapon away and go to jail situation. These are hired thugs. These guys are here specifically to murder me. We have two options right now. This is 4. We have 2 options right now. We could go into Whiterun, see if that just resets it. They're gone. We're good. We escaped them. We're fine. Or we could go to the guaranteed dragon fight that we're about to be doing and see if the dragon would fight them and maybe kill them. And then we could have the orcish axe. Right, crap. We got to go listen to Irileth talk. Oh, no, wait. They are. They are helping. Let's go. Oh my gosh. You know how strong Whiterun guards are? I'm helping. Let's go. Orcish mace? Y'all. Who did this? Moira. Who's Moira? A hag raven. So this is revenge for killing a niece. Which, to be fair, is fair. That's apparently a thing that can happen. After those few moments of severe terror, I wasn't really all that worried about the dragon. After all, the people who just bailed me out also helped me fight the dragon, and really this fight's never been that concerning. Although I will say, this time, he did try a very different tactic to force me into fighting him more head-on. Is he trying to make me dizzy? What's going on? Have I confused him too much? Do I need to get off the tower? Up and over that one specific tree for some reason. What is this? All right, fine. This is taking forever. He turned. Okay, here's my chance. He turned back. This is not my chance. Whatever. We'll happily take the killing blow and look cool. With the dragon dead and his soul absorbed, it should have been time to head off to High Hrothgar, but I'm going to be completely honest with you and say that the biggest enemy of this run so far has been the reduced carry capacity. Oh my goodness, I can't have anything on me and it's driving me absolutely insane. So begins my wild and lengthy excursion to try to gain enough money to purchase a house before proceeding any farther with the main quest line. After going on a crime spree and stealing from every single shop in all of Whiterun just to get minimally closer to purchasing a home, I decided it was time to take more drastic measures and began the Anniversary Edition quest in the Shadows. Now this is a good time to mention that I find most Creation Club and Anniversary Edition content to be drastically unbalanced with the rest of the game. I decided pretty early on that any items that felt overpowered added by Anniversary or Creation Club content I just wouldn't allow. However, I do see no problem with completing their quests just to obtain and sell them. So, that's what I set out to do. And here's about how that went. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, no. I'm literally gonna die to mud crabs. That was a mistake, perhaps? Imagine dying to a mud crab. Listen! We're not down to a mud crab. Don't mind me, boys. Resist fire. Varla stone? And Staff of Judgment. That was some wild... I didn't realize he was that close. I believe the last thing I hit somebody with was the steel dagger, right? This is bad. Why are the giants running away? You could be useful for once in your lives. Oh, gosh. Here. Ah! I'm stuck in him! I'm going to the watchtower. Well, this isn't what I was planning on doing right now. Although it could make me some money. We're 7 deaths. We're averaging a death per hour. We're also... Does that one have a spell? That one has a spell. I don't like that it has a spell. Oh gosh, I don't know what to do here. I'm out of potions. I have nothing else that heals me. Oh, and the last thing I used was my soul grabbing one. I don't want to lose that. Yes! I literally can't do this. That was the most anticlimactic garbage ever. Crap. All right, let's get the lookout. Get out of here! Yes! We look cool! And we're not dead! Oh no. I think we feel like we let everybody else kill this guy. I'm trying not to hit you people. 40 bounty added to Whiterun. No. On the Earl's Thane? What, is this really the time? What the crap just happened? And with that, I lost both Togedemaru and Axew. Axew in particular hurt a lot because with a soul trap enchantment, it's been my only way to fill soul gems up until this point. I'm using the money to buy the house and I'm not feeling bad about it.
Here's the key to your new home.
We got the house. And finally, I found myself to be a homeowner in Skyrim. It was one of the proudest moments of my life. However, I did immediately encounter an issue, and that's that food wasn't, working properly. So at this point, we really need to talk about vegetable soup. Vegetable soup heals 1 point of health and 1 point of stamina per second for 720 seconds, which is honestly an incredible amount of regen in a mode where your health does not regenerate on its own. The problem is, I had found that this wasn't working at all. Anybody noticing my health going up? It's at 83 right now out of 170. It faded out, which means it's not moving. This run's a little bit hinging on my ability to use the things the way they say that they're used. Both me and my live chat at the time spent almost an hour just trying to research to figure out if this was intentional or not, and still I have no clue. Weirdly, there has been no official statement on if this is a bug or if it's intentional. However, most things changed for survival mode are explicitly stated in the game. I decided that it likely is a glitch and was unintentionally applied when survival mode was added to the game. And therefore, since this is a run without glitches or exploits, I decided to mod it to fix it. Skyrim Soup Edition is finally released! If you have a problem with my doing so, I recommend you contact your local sheriff and turn yourself in. You know what you did. I was actually so excited to have functional vegetable soup again that I decided to run around and hunt some wildlife for souls just to have some fun. And I might have been a little overconfident in doing so. Look at us go! With health regen, I can do anything! Maybe not anything. We had to die to one mud crab. We're not down to a mud crab. After overconfidently dying in the most embarrassing way you can possibly imagine, I decided it was finally time to get back on track and head up to High Hrothgar. But before doing so, I thought it would help a lot if I had a horse. And the Anniversary Edition added the ability to tame wild horses, which I thought sounded kind of fun. And really, what could go wrong? Oh! Please don't die. Oh my gosh, could this horse kill me? What? What the crap was the last thing I even used, y'all? I think I killed a deer with the iron greatsword. Both Pansage and Drillbur, I'm certain, are ashamed to be two of the most embarrassing deaths I've ever experienced in a video game, but one way or another the show must go on, so we were off to High Hrothgar to finally meet up with the Greybeards. After screaming in Arngyr's face, I was headed back down the mountain to go try and retrieve the horn of Jurgen Windcaller, which I'm certain will definitely be there. And if you could possibly believe it, this didn't go super well. Y'all, this is taking too many potions here. I think we're gonna go for it. Nope. I lost Steenie. And that sucks. I have honestly no clue what I was thinking there and why I would switch off of the woodcutter's axe right when it looked like I was definitely going to die, but it led to me losing Steenie, who's been pretty reliable up until this point, especially as one of the earlier orcish weapons I acquired. The worst thing about all of this, though, is that somehow this led to me being put in an even worse position. What's happening? Y'all, this is bad. This is really bad. What's going on? All right, we're heading to Morthal. No! No! Are we serious right now? There's a dragon outside. There's two angry cultists. And then near the horn, there's a horde of bandits, a conjurer, and a resurrected dead guy, both of which attack me the second I walk in. There's an entire city over there. Go fight them. Are we serious? Go fight that giant city, or the mud crab, or freaking anybody but me. I gotta be really careful not to hit any of these storm cloaks. Let's give me that warhammer, a mace and a war axe. All right, so these guys are still doing their crap. Okay, the novice necromancer's taking good damage off of the bow. They ran. Interesting. Oh, they're getting killed by the Stormcloak guys. Sweet. I didn't even realize I ran off in this direction, but we'll take it. I really wasn't expecting to have my life saved by a random group of Stormcloak soldiers, but I can't really say that I'm in a position to question it. So it was back to take another run at the horn and hope it went better this time. Get out! They're fighting Draugr. Let's let them fight it out for a bit. Yeah, Apprentice Fire Mage sounds like somebody I don't want to fight. Oh, a Draugr just died. One down. What? The Atronach killed me. Mace. That's my hand! And just like that, I lost both Qfant and Pidove. Now, on that second one, let me quickly clarify that at the beginning of this run, I did decide that fists would not count as their own weapon. Fists are not allowed to be used outside of brawls, and if somehow I die in a brawl, the weapon I'll lose is the last thing that I hit someone with. In this case, I punched her completely on accident while trying to use a mace, and so it just defaulted to the last actual weapon I used, which was the ancient Nord bow. At this point, a party member stepped up that hasn't really been discussed before this point. Golduck, the steel mace, proceeded to 1v1 all of the enemies that had been killing us and then some, powering us through the next section of the dungeon, which was abundantly needed. Golduck is not going down without a fight, everybody. There was another huge payout in this dungeon, though, and that was the Become Ethereal shout. Know that for the rest of the run, it'll be equipped at nearly all times as a very reliable way to avoid getting killed by something that would definitely kill me. We've had a rough go of it, but at least I finally made it to the end of the dungeon so I can reclaim the horn for the Greybeards. Except that that's not what I found at the end of the dungeon. What I found was a letter from someone claiming to be my friend who can help me. Excuse me? My friends are the ones who bravely sacrificed their lives to get the rest of us through this dungeon in one piece, and you are just the cruel puppet master that made us do it for literally no reason at this point. I'm not even here to prove myself as the Dragonborn to the Greybeards. I'm just here because you're some sick, twisted lunatic. Before I could do anything else though, first I really needed to build up some more allies. Specifically some ranged allies since I currently didn't have any, and so I was off to the Fletcher shop in Solitude. Since I have the Anniversary Edition installed, this shop actually has multiple really strong crossbows just laying around, so naturally I stole all of them. But I did forget to get any bolts, so they're not really important right now in the slightest. What is important is that I purchased an orcish bow named Staraptor who will become increasingly useful as this run goes forward. Now I've been getting pretty sick of, well, being sick in Skyrim. I've been contracting a disease like every 5 minutes, so I immediately put Staraptor to the best possible use by just gunning down all the hawks flying over the city to collect their tail feathers, which will cure any diseases you have. At this point, I was off to meet up with the deranged sociopath pretending to be a Riverwood innkeeper who, when confronted with the letter that she wrote specifically for me, still refused to believe that I was Dragonborn and insisted I kill a dragon in front of her to prove it. If there is one silver lining to this situation though, it's that we were able to pick up a blade sword here, which is just a slightly better version of the steel sword, who we named Minchino, who will become a valuable member of our team. And the gang and I did kill that dragon for Delphine, and there's really not a whole lot to say about it. The fight went about as smoothly as you could really expect in a run like this. Although, one thing that is worth mentioning is that I did bump into a small orphan girl who was attempting to sell flowers to earn enough money for food. And I appreciated that hustle, so I decided to adopt this random child and send her all the way to Whiterun by herself to my house. Welcome to the team, Sophie. I'm sure you'll be a valuable member. Alright, we have a child now. I'll definitely be a great parent and not hardly ever be there. No time to check in on that though, because I was off to Solitude to meet up with Malborn to give him some equipment so that I can sneak my way into the Thalmor embassy to figure out what's going on in the world. He tells you in this moment to not give him too many things because he might not be able to get them all in or something like that, but I'm pretty sure there's actually no restrictions on what you can and can't give him. I took nowhere near enough equipment with me into the Thalmor embassy. I always forget to give him armor. I gave him virtually no food or potions, and like, I don't know, 4 weapons or something like that. The good thing is, after getting through the whole party element of it, the first 2 combat areas you go into, both interior and exterior, you can just run straight by and you don't have to fight any of those enemies. So I did that, and with Become Ethereal, it wasn't even really all that difficult to do. Once in the first area where you actually have to fight the Thalmor, I experienced a very common yet incredibly frustrating glitch where the game thinks you're already shouting and therefore won't let you use any shouts. This was really unfortunate considering I was planning on using Become Ethereal to get distance from them to heal anytime I needed it, which I then couldn't do. Because of all this, I lost my Orcish dagger named Septile. I guess we'll just chalk that one up to not playing around the critical hit. After that unfortunate event, however, Agron, our steel battle axe, came out to play and really made an impressive showing. Kablamo! Yes! Alright, we've got armor now. 1 down. 2 down. Yeah, I don't know what he was doing that whole time, but that went surprisingly well. However, on the way out, I did make the always poor decision to attempt to save Malborn's life from the frost troll he aggressively charges towards, and that's how Agron, the steel battle axe, went out just as spectacularly as he just entered. I'm dead. Okay, that was my one attempt at trying to save him, and you better believe the second time through, I just let him eat it. I'm not losing 2 team members to trying to save someone who's that dumb. Okay, well, they're both dead. Goodbye. After another brief conversation with the deranged maniac living in Riverwood, I was off to go track down Esbern in the Ratways in Riften. And I went in thinking I was plenty well prepared for the crazed vagrants living in the sewers, but I may have miscalculated a bit. This guy actually does like big damage. I was about to open up my... the stupid kill cams. The last power attack did not do that much damage. Is he just genuinely stuck? I'm totally okay with cheesing this guy. Oh no, he figured it out. He figured it out. Oh, he's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me! No! What? I turned and was running and he was still like recoiling from the last punch when he triggered that. That was some absolute bull crap. Gian? Greg the Fist brutally massacred both Golduck and Snivy, the former of the two who has been a very solid member of the team for quite a while now and helped us through a lot of trials. So after that, you'd think I would have started being a lot more careful, but instead I did whatever this is. This is how we're gonna fight. There we go. I am Johnny Nuzlocke. Oh, this guy has, oh gosh. Oh goodness. This is, I can't die while I'm doing this because then it has to go in the video. Crap! This goes in the video with no explanation now. Okay, we're going back to normal. Goodbye, Zangoose. It was a fun minute and a half that we spent together. I'm sorry. Where'd you come from? No, I'm not ready to fight you yet. Oh wait, I can outrange him now. I can outrange him. Infinite staggers thanks to the soup, everybody. It's working. The soup. Yes! On the fourth attempt at clearing the Ratway of all places, though, Sirfetch, the Orcish greatsword, managed not only to kill all the maniacs living in the sewers, but also all the Thalmor that were there after Esbern, and we were able to make a safe exit. Sorry, lost myself for a moment there. Please forgive me. Finally, though, I was able to leave Riften, but not before going on a really weird food tangent for some reason. Meat is important in my life. I love frog legs. Frog legs are so freaking good. And if you disagree with me, I'm sorry. I seek out frog legs whenever I can find them. I love frog legs. Regardless though, I was off to Riverwood to listen to Esbern and Delphine yap for a while before going on an excessively long crafting excursion to get some new gear, and then I was off to the Karthspire. There's never really much to say about this section though. You fight a couple of Forsworn, deal with some not very effective traps, and we'll just do that. Look at that, I'm safe. And then just listen to Esbern ramble on about the plot until he finally lets you leave. Y'all know the drill. From there, we're back off to the throat of the world to have a totally normal conversation with the elderly before meeting Puff the Magic Dragon and being told to go find an Elder Scroll. On the way down the mountain, though, I did decide to stop by one of the few static locations for the weapon versions of the fork and knife to fill out our ranks a bit. They don't technically fit any of the weapon categories, and honestly, I just thought it would be fun to allow them as their own miscellaneous weapon types. For some reason that's unknown to me though, when you first find them, they effectively count as parts of the landscape until you do something to jostle them, and based on the wiki, the only thing I have that's eligible is Unrelenting Force, and well, that was proving to be more complicated than you'd think. Okay, so that clipped one out, so I have to reload. It did. Nope. Gone. Did that do anything? The fork just vanishes. This is so stupid. Fork! Okay, there's fork, but I think knife. Wait, there it goes. I lost it. I almost had it. Oh, we got the fork. Knife, knife, knife. We all just saw it. Where did it go? Knife! I got it! I don't even know where it was. It clipped into the ground. We got them both! Let's go! We got the fork and knife! After finally securing both Munchlax and Lickitung, who, spoiler alert, don't become the heroes of this entire run, I was off to Septimus Cygnus' outpost in the far northern reaches of Skyrim, just for him to then tell me where to find an Elder Scroll, somehow, and then heading off straight in that direction. Once arriving at the Dwarven Ruins, a dear friend once again chose to put his life on the line for the sake of his team. Bidoof, these days much better known as Discount Zacian, hit one of the dwarven spiders on the way in and put his trust in me to deliver the team through all of Blackreach without letting him fall. Go, 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 go. I believe it's this way, right? Yeah, there's the door. Falmer, ignored. We do not get killed on that like I have done before. Boom, just like that. Oh, we're crushing it. Oh, it's crushing us. I unfortunately have to leave. Can I wait for them to fight it out though? And then like loot their weapons? I think I'm gonna shoot him, get a sneak attack on him, and then I'm just gonna run. Oh, he's actually almost dead? I killed a Dwarven Centurion! Let's go! I did want to quickly mention that while here, I picked up every Falmer weapon that I could carry because they do count as their own distinct weapon type since they're all refined using Chauris Chitin, Chorus Kitine.
Chorus chitin.
Anyway, they all count as their own weapon type since they're all refined using cheddar cheese. Specifically, Kabutops, the Falmer War Axe, becomes a core member of the team from this point moving forward. After making it through the Dwarven Ruins and dealing with the Centurion, I just bonked someone else with Bidoof before heading into Blackreach, which honestly felt like a leisurely stroll. We didn't encounter a single enemy the entire time we were there, and next thing you know, I was mashing random buttons like a bored toddler, which somehow popped out an Elder Scroll. Elder Scroll! Tragedy struck on the way out of Blackreach though, as I happened across what seemed to be a wandering Stormcloak soldier but turned out was a looter who had just killed 2 soldiers. Figuring this out far too late, I watched in horror as Sirfetch'd gave his life to protect the rest of the team. That was instant. It truly hurt to lose a strong soldier and dedicated friend in such an unceremonious and violent way, and served as a reminder to all of us that one small mistake can be the difference between losing a valued member of our team. As we all headed home to gear up for the last leg of our journey, it's almost as if Skyrim itself could feel how downtrodden we all were, and it set out to remedy that in the most magnificent of ways. Because, after all, what better way to heal your own damaged heart than by helping others? So thank you, Skyrim, and thank you to the weird little freak show whose cart broke down on the side of the road. May our paths cross again someday. Then it was time for yet another multi-hour crafting venture, during which I did see the combat debut of my recently adopted daughter. Get out of there, Sophie! Don't stand there! Sophie, move! Why is she? I don't know. She came out to play, I guess, and decided not to go back inside. She's got her fists up, though. She's ready to fight this guy. Then we set off for what would certainly be our toughest challenge yet. And after reading the Elder Scroll on the Throat of the World, we found ourselves face to face with the World Eater himself. And it was clear to see that he wasn't letting us walk away without a fight this time. I really want to highlight 2 specific team members during this fight. The first you've already met. Staraptor, the Orcish bow, handled all of our ranged combat needs until the point that we had grounded Alduin to the mountain. Okay, come on, we're so close. Was that it? That looked like it to me! And from there, Maractus, the Elven Warhammer, came out to go mano-a-mano with the World Eater. Am I doing damage? Is anybody seeing? Is his health moving? It is. It just doesn't have the hit sounds playing. Get out of here, Alduin! Woo! Miraculously, the entire team made it through this fight without a single death. And as elated as that made us all feel, that feeling wouldn't last for much longer, as the last quest in this run does carry a slightly different and much harder rule set than the rest of the challenge. See, in Pokemon games, your party size only holds 6 Pokemon at a time. For the final quest, I could only bring a team of 6 with me to fight my Elite Four. If I die 6 times in the final quest, that's it. So let me introduce you to our Elite Four team. First up is a fresh face to the team in Crawdaunt, the Elven Battle Axe. While he hasn't seen any action yet, he has been waiting in the wings for a little while and is raring to show everyone what he's made of. The only other new face you'll see on this team is Pikipek, the Elven Bow. She's been around for a while as a backup for Staraptor, but just hasn't been needed so far. However, she is the strongest bow we have available at the current time, so she decided to tag along just in case we needed her. Next up is Minccino, the Blade Sword, and while you haven't seen her in a while, she's been here the whole time. She's just been our main soul trapping weapon for the back half of the run, so she mostly warms the bench whenever she's not out devouring the souls of the unworthy. Then there's Kabutops, the Falmer War Axe who we got just before entering Blackreach. While you all haven't seen him in action much yet, he's beaten almost every enemy that wasn't named Alduin since the untimely death of Sirfetch'd, and he's ready to carry this momentum forward. Next up is Staraptor, who's been a rock for this team for almost the entire run at this point. When I lost 2 bows early on, I got really nervous that ranged weapons were going to be a huge issue for the run. But then Staraptor showed up and showed out and very quickly became my most used weapon throughout this entire playthrough. Last but certainly not least is Bidoof, the wooden sword. Friend, confidant, leader, and just all-around upstanding citizen, nothing stands in the way between Bidoof and protecting his friends, and I truly believe he will see us through to the end of this challenge. Skyrim's final quest can often feel quite lackluster since the penultimate Alduin fight is significantly more difficult than the final fight in Sovngarde. So to make sure that that wasn't the case this time, I did add one other tweak, and that's that I have to take out the Dragon Priest before entering the portal to Sovngarde. In case you weren't aware, you can run straight into the portal of Sovngarde at the end of Skuldafn, running straight past a Dragon Priest, 2 dragons, and multiple leveled Draugr. Well, for this run, to make sure things didn't get too easy, I decided that that would not be a valid option. I had to kill the Dragon Priest and take his staff for myself before I could enter the portal. The first part of this quest is still stupidly easy. You do have to take out 1 Draugr Overlord to get the Diamond Claw and get through the last Ancient Nord puzzle door. And I'm happy to report that Bidoof struck this mighty foe down to clear the path for the rest of his teammates. From there, the only thing between us and the hiding place of our ultimate adversary was the Dragon Priest, and let me tell you, Crawdaunt had been raring to go for his moment in the spotlight. Come on, just keep swinging. Everything's stuck on a wall, this could be it! Oh, I'm so low! This is kind of cheesing it, but I don't really care! Get out of here! Hold up! I'd kind of like to kill some of these other guys, just to prove that I can. You are a problem. You're just a restless Draugr that's been doing this whole freaking time? No, get out of here. Get out of here. I have so much soup in me you can't even begin to imagine. Where are these dragons at? They've been ticking me off. No, I'm done with this nonsense. I'm not running from you. I'm not a coward. I have so much soup! Breathe on me, I don't care! Land on the ground, you punk! I'm not done with you! Don't you dare move! Don't you dare move! Don't you even think about it! Nobody's gonna say I took the easy way out! Get over here! Close your mouth! Don't you chomp at me! Get out! Well, that was fun. We had a good time. I honestly could not believe how well that went, and I was so proud of my team as we jumped into the portal to Sovngarde. I mean, from here, Alduin's all that's left. Well, I mean, I guess technically we do have to prove ourselves to Soon at the gate, but that's never really an issue. And actually, I decided to lead the charge with Bidoof, who's been spearheading this entire operation. That's big damage. Hey guys, I got some bad news. It's hard to truly express how hurt the entire team was at losing their fearless leader, and it really began to shake all of our confidence. Could we even do this? Could we save the world, or were we just kidding ourselves the entire time to think that we stood a chance? I mean, heck, this guy just pretty much one-shot the most reliable member of our team. Who would even face him after that? Thankfully though, Bidoof's second-in-command Staraptor rose to the challenge and assured everyone that he would avenge our fallen leader. Guys? We may have a problem. He one-shot me. He kill cam one-shotted me from full health in Ethereal. I mean, I just went to draw, so maybe I'd already come out of Ethereal, but at this point, none of us knew what to do. Panic had begun setting in, and we were beginning to act without thinking, and that only led to more tragedy. I lost Benchino. Minchino, who often had felt like the little sister of the entire group, now lay fallen beside her two best friends in the world, and the three teammates remaining really had no idea what to do from here. At this point, Pickapek and I came up with a plan. It wasn't a very honorable one, but it was the only path forward we could find. So we cheese. We cheese hard. We did not do all of that to die to this freaking guy. I'm feeling no remorse about cheesing this guy. They should have given him a bow if they didn't want me to do this. After finally gaining access to the Hall of Valor, those that remained unanimously decided that we could not move forward without giving Bidoof a proper warrior's send-off. This seems like an important chair. So here we lay to rest a fallen friend. May he remain here forever in glory alongside all of the other strongest warriors who have ever lived. Bidoof, we will carry on without you, but we will do so honoring your memory with every battle we may face. Let's go kill us and Alduin. You people just been standing here this whole time? Let's go! After joining the other heroes outside to shout away his influence over the land, Alduin landed before us for one final battle. Things started strong. The team came together beautifully and brought the fight straight to him. But it wasn't long before disaster struck in a way that none of us could have anticipated. Ah! What just happened to my health? I thought you couldn't feel hungry or cold or whatever here. What happened? Is it glitched? I thought you couldn't feel cold. I genuinely have no idea what happened here. Since you're not supposed to be able to suffer the effects of cold in Sovngarde, you also can't warm up in Sovngarde. Meaning that because of this weird glitch, for the remainder of this fight, I was stuck with a maximum of half HP. What is going on? Hold on, this is actually concerning. All of a sudden, what should have been a fairly easy final bout with Alduin was immediately a tightrope where I could potentially be one-shot by any of his close-range attacks. On top of that, because I wasn't expecting this to be the case, we had already burned through the vast majority of our healing potions and food, fighting both Soon and the Dragon Priest from earlier. This was looking dire very quickly. I'm out of potions. We just used all of it. We have to kill him now. Thankfully though, Pickapek stepped up and began picking away at his health from a distance while the other heroes fought him up close. And then, as his health began to dwindle, Kabutop stepped up, delivering the final blow and finally avenging all of our fallen teammates. Die! Fall before me! We lost 22 great friends throughout this journey, and honestly we leave it with far fewer remaining to tell their tales. However, when it was all said and done, we did beat the Skyrim Survival Nuzlocke. As always, thank you so much to everyone who made it to the end of this video. If you liked this challenge and want to see more of it, there are 4 faction quest lines, a civil war, and 2 DLCs, and I would happily continue this run to take on every single one of them. So let me know in the comments below if you'd be interested in seeing more, and which of those quests you'd like to see me tackle next. And a special thank you to all of my new channel members whose names are listed beside me. You guys mean more to me than even frog legs. But until next time, I'm Magoo, peacing out. Later. Screw you! You killed my friends!